bang it, he'll bang it. And here come the guys up the runway into the visitors clubhouse here in Atlanta.
The smoke you see right there is a fogger that they've been using all year long. Drake LaRoche coming up. It's a laser fogger that after every win they've been setting off in the clubhouse. There it is. You get a view of it. And let the games begin. I can't tell you how awesome this all is. I'm sure you know, and I'm sure everybody back in D.C. going crazy like they are. You deserve it, folks.
Well, Mike Rizzo, the architect of all this. The Lerner sisters, Bob Tannenbaum down there. We know Mark's here. And as we expected, it looks like a couple of hundred Nats fans have congregated down near that third base dugout. There's Randy Knorr. Tony Tarasco, Steve McCaddy says, get out of the way. There's Bryce. Evidently, for the preservation of the spikes, taking them off so they don't spike anybody during the celebration here. Xavier Cedeno, Ali Madami, who pitches great BP for this club, and of course Pfister and Werth.
You have to have champagne up to your ankles.
That's right. That's right.
I'm telling you, this is the first step, and you can see a little more subdued than 2012 because
you've been there.
Yeah, check the box. This is the biggest step. You have to get in the tournament, but there is so much more work to do, and these guys are so focused being around them every day. They want it all, and that's the way they should think.
There's Drew Storen. Guess what Drew Storen did in the 9th inning tonight? 7 pitches, 7 strikes. That was a quick bottom of the 9th. Ryan Matthews, I think. Kind of hard to identify scuba divers in their gear. There's Ian. Our buddy Dave Jagler from the radio side.
In the clubhouse.
Takes a while to get everything uncorked so this thing can proceed full speed.
Well, I mean, I'm just glad they got it out of the way. They took care of it. You don't want one of those things just, you know, over your head for 3, 4, 5 games. Everybody starts to get tight. You take care of business. Couldn't done it in a better place. And they won't say it publicly, folks, but they wanted to do it here in Atlanta, and they did.
Well, the Braves, their longtime nemesis, and now the Nats have beaten Atlanta 7 of the last 10 times. The season series is now 10-8 Braves, and you'll certainly take that after the Nationals went 6-13 against them last year. So there's our first official fan division champion sign. And it was fitting tonight. There's Tanner Roark. I bet the boys back in Wilmington, Illinois might be tipping 1 or 2 in tribute as well. But FP, it was a classic ball game tonight, featuring good starting pitching, the 8th inning guy, the closer, the clutch shortstop who's led this team in RBIs all year, hitting the big home run. The Nats get another run after Desmond doubled. It's kind of the classic way this team goes about its business these days.
They just found a way to get the job done all year. And I think Tanner Roark.
All right, let's go to Dan. Somewhere in there, he's got Tanner Roark. We see you, buddy.
It's nuts in here, guys. I got Tanner Roark. Tanner, how does it feel to be the guy to clinch it for this team and lock up the National League East title?
It's unbelievable. I have no words or anything. I can't describe it. Oh, I mean, this is unbelievable. We played our asses off. I have no words. This is amazing.
How do you, given the career path that you've had, How much do you soak this in right now and really appreciate the ride that this team has been on?
I mean, we're definitely riding high right now. We're excited, as you can see. You know, NL East champs. It's no better feeling. Each and everybody contributed. It's not about me. It's about the team. We won. You know, that's all I can say.
Get that thing open. You're having a little trouble. Get that thing open and get in there. Congrats, Tanner. Woo!
Well, that's a well-deserved drink for a guy like Tanner Roark. Just a few years ago, one of the losingest pitchers in minor league baseball, and look where he is right now.
Bryce Harper, firefighter. Check it out, Harper 34. That's awesome.
Well, and Bryce has come alive lately with the home runs, with the RBIs, hitting nearly 300 or so for the last month of the season. You know, Bryce got himself back healthy, got the hand healed. Wilson Ramos got his hand healed. And those two guys have shown us some serious pop lately.
I'll tell you what, though, I mean, give a lot of credit to the team in April and May, the bench guys that kept the team afloat around 500 with all the injuries and everybody in the world saying the Nats are underperforming. Why haven't they done better? Even when they were 10 games over in first place, people still saying, what's wrong with the Nationals? Well, take a look, folks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with your Washington Nationals. They're pouring champagne on each other.
And by the way, they do beat the Orioles to the punch a bit. Baltimore's in the 8th inning, leading 7-2 at home. Their magic number is 1, and there's a toast from the manager. A little ebb and flow to this celebration tonight. Now a little ebb. You know, they got the toast from the manager, and evidently Matt was quoted as saying it's going to be a while before we sleep, and that's okay. Let's check back in with Dan. He's got Jerry Blevins.
Thank you, Bob. Jerry, how did this team do it? You guys were tied in a virtual tie with the Braves at the All-Star break. What allowed this team to take a hold of this division and run away with the title?
I think just the experience that we have. We have a lot of veterans that know once we come into our own, we're a force to be reckoned with. And I think we did that. We hit our stride. Woo! We hit our stride, and, you know, guys stepped up, and we just played consistent baseball.
When you came over to this organization this offseason, think back to then. What do you know now about this team that you didn't know then?
That we have an identity, that we know how to win, that we're pushing forward. We want to win. That's right. That's right. Woo! Yeah.
For this bullpen, you've seen a lot of guys step into different roles. How much do you guys appreciate the differing Drew coming in and taking a hold of the closer's role, and just the flexibility and versatility that everyone seems to have out there, and the ability to get big outs?
That's it. That's it right there. We know how to lean on each other when it counts. Woo!
Uh-oh.
We know how to lean on each other. We got each other's back no matter what happens when we go out there. We know somebody's going to get the job done, and if not, the next guy's got us.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Go have fun.
Dan Coco, veteran move with the towel in his rookie debut at a division-winning celebration. Well, that P, you were in there 2 years ago, and now from our perch up here just watching. I mean, you've been there as a player as well. Tell us about the release and maybe the relief the players feel now, along with, you know, the whole aspect of the celebration.
Well, you don't have too much relief because you still have an agenda to have the best record in the National League, get home field advantage throughout, and then, you know, hopefully the bottom line is a parade. So still lots of work to do, but enjoy the moment, enjoy the night, and then you got work to do.
Well, Denard Span's been fantastic. Second half of the season, and he's Dan's latest get.
That is really cold.
Yes,
Denard.
it is cold.
Denard, what, that burns. What message did Matt Williams just have for the team when he raised his glass? Oh, Anthony Rendon is going nuts right now on Denard Span with the beer. Denard, what message did Matt Williams have for the club when he just raised a bottle in the middle of the clubhouse? What message did he have for this team? He can't see. He's fighting.
He said we're not done. He said we got promises to make. I mean, to keep. We just got to keep it going, man. This is just the beginning right now, so just got to keep it going. This means a lot, but this isn't what we set out to accomplish for the season.
Matt said today that the one word that he thinks that defines this team is tenacity.
Yeah.
What's the one word that you would use?
Resilient. We kept fighting. A lot of people counted us out. A lot of people picked the Braves this year. But we just kept fighting. We kept fighting all year long. A lot of come from behind wins. A lot of resilient wins. I love this ball club, man. All these guys, man. We put forth the hard work. And this is a good feeling when you put forth the hard work and you get a chance to celebrate like this. No greater feeling.
You talked about how much more comfortable you now feel in this city with this team.
Yeah.
How do you think back on your personal journey from when you were acquired by this organization to where you are now?
I'm leaps and bounds ahead, man. This is unbelievable. I just saw Mike Rizzo. I thank them for bringing me here. You know, they've changed my whole career, man. Just coming here. Woo, that feels good.
That's Tanner Roark right there.
It just allowed me to come here and flourish as a ball player. And I just thank them for it, man. It means a lot to me, man, because I feel like I was held back in Minnesota, man. I'm just thankful to be here, having fun and doing what I've always wanted to do, which is play the game hard and just leave it all out on the field.
What have they done to allow you to flourish?
Just give me the confidence. Told me to go out there and play my game and believe in myself. Trust myself. If you make mistakes, just go out there. I gotta go.
Go have fun, Denard. Thank you.
Wow, Tony Tarasco from the coaching staff taking
Bryce.
apart our interview. And here's Dan with Bryce. Go ahead, Dan.
Bryce, where did the firefighter's helmet come from? Tell me about that.
Oh man, they DC Fire Department hooked me up. You know, I just really wanted something special, so they hooked it up. I was happy.
Well, you fought through a lot this year in terms of injuries, and even last year. What does this mean to you? How do you appreciate this moment and just being in here with these guys?
It is unbelievable. You know, it's a lot of fun to be around. I mean, this team has played great all year long, and be able to come in here and clinch is, something we've been wanting to do. So, all year long we've been fighting, we've been clawing. You know, we've come through injuries, and we've done what we needed to do to get to this point.
How has this team been able to overcome the injuries? You talk about it. You had it. Zim. So many guys have gone down. What has allowed this club to fight through all that?
I mean, everybody's just stepping up. I think, Matt from day one told us, come in here every single day, trying to win ball games, trying to get better every single day. And every guy that came in stepped up. We had a unbelievable group of guys this year, and hopefully we can do this more and more throughout October.
Last one for you. Matt came in his first year as a big league manager. How has he been able to so seamlessly step in and take control of this group and lead it to where it is now?
I mean, having a great team that we do, being able to have a great manager comes along with that. He's had our respect since day one, and Matt has been unbelievable all year long. Absolutely love the guy. We all love him as a manager, and hopefully we can get some more going.
Thanks, Bryce. Go have fun.
Thanks. Yeah!
Well, Bryce Harper, as he said, hooked up with the helmet by the DC firefighters. Nice going, guys. So, again, that little lull, and then things will kind of liven up again for a while. It was interesting, the comments that Denard Span had a few moments ago. Nothing against the Twins, a fine organization. But at this stage of his career, he finally got to a ball club that had a chance to get to the postseason and do special things. So I thought that was really cool, the things we heard from Denard. Now, Drew Storen, and Dan, I don't know if you know this, 7 pitches, 7 strikes tonight. The guy has been nearly flawless as the closer now.
7 pitches, 7 strikes, 7 dumps of beer from Coach John Philbin on top of the head. Drew, what do you think was the defining moment for this team this year? You were kind of hanging around middle of the season, and then you really grabbed a hold of this division. Is there a defining moment for you?
There's a ton of them. I think that's been the fun. We stuck in our course all year. We battled. We've played some weird games, and we've had some awesome victories. And we've just built on that. And as you can tell, we like each other quite a bit. So we're having a good time.
Talk to me about the chemistry in this group. Some people talk about chemistry maybe being overrated. There seems to be very good chemistry here. How much is that a factor, deep?
That is the factor. Everybody's good up here. But if you have guys in here playing for the right reasons and playing for each other and playing for that ring, you're going to have some success.
For you, a personal journey, all that you've been on these last couple years, You slide back into the 9th inning role. How much do you relish this and just kind of soak this in?
You have to. You know, baseball's a funny game. You're going to have your ups and your downs, but if you keep doing what you're doing, things are going to work out in the end. And, you know, the last couple of weeks have been a blast.
What's the confidence of this group right now as you grab a hold of this division and you look towards the postseason?
We're rolling, and we're enjoying it. And I know it's cold. It's all right. Just enjoy it, because that's what we're doing.
That's all.
Yeah,
there's a little more.
Yeah.
There's a little more.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep talking.
It burns a little bit, but it tastes good. It tastes good.
You go. Do not stop. Do not stop. Take composure.
That went down the wrong pipe.
There is no wrong pipe.
Kevin, come here. Kevin, let me get you real quick. Kevin Frandsen. Let me get you real quick. Kevin, talk to me about this team. You joined this club in spring training. What have you learned about this bunch since you came aboard?
There's been the one thing that we've done all year, and that's fight. 1 through 9, 1 through 25, the 36 guys we got here, all our coaching staff, everyone. We keep fighting. It doesn't matter if we're down. We keep going. We have a great team. We have a lot of things to accomplish still. This isn't it. We've got a lot of games to play. So this has been so much fun.
You talk about a lot to accomplish. Do you look at this as the first step of what could be a number of steps to come?
Well, obviously, it's the first step. You got to get to the playoffs somehow.
When you look towards he can't stop jumping up and down, guys. He has too much energy. Look back to when you got released by the Phillies to where you are now. How much of a ride has this been for you?
It's been a great ride. It's been a cool ride. It's been a very stressful ride at the beginning part of it, but you know, the Nationals organization gave me a chance, gave me an opportunity. You know, and the one thing that Riz promised when they offered me a job over here was, you're going to have a chance to win. And really, that's all I care about. I had an unbelievable time in Philly. I had one of the coolest experiences ever, but this one topped everything. And, you know, I'm grateful for everything. I can't say anything else.
Last one for you. You mentioned Mike Rizzo. Tell me about the leadership that he and Matt Williams and those in the front office and coaching staff have provided to this ball club.
The whole fact of the matter is, from top to bottom, it doesn't matter the ownership, to Riz, to Matty, to the coaching staff, all the way down through the minor leagues. Everyone's won. That's number one key. Develop winning players, and everyone's doing their job. So that's what we're doing over here with the Nationals, and it's awesome.
Thank you, Kevin. Enjoy it.
Oh, yeah!
Guys, back to you for a second. Catch my breath.
All right, Dan. Chance to regroup for Mass and Dan. A great scene down there. Kevin Frandsen. You know, he doesn't play every day. He's not one of the stars of this team, but in a way he is, because FP, he kind of epitomizes the fighting spirit of this ball club, and he kind of shows you how much a, quote, extra man can add to a ball club.
Yeah, you know, I knew what he went through in Philadelphia. Yeah, he did have a great time there, but to see him go back to the minor leagues, he was a young player with the Giants, blow his Achilles out, go back to the minor leagues, battle back to Philadelphia, get released by the Phillies in spring training, come over to D.C. and help them so much. It's the first time for him. This is his first experience in the postseason, his first time as a major leaguer pouring champagne on his teammates' heads. So it's a great experience for him. I'm happy for him.
All right, Dan, that looks like Mr. Lerner. So you two take it away.
This is him, Bob. Mark, you've seen how far this organization has come. 2 division titles in 3 years. What does this mean to you? What does this represent to you?
Well, I tell you, I can't express it in words. You know, it all starts with my dad. He had the vision of how to build this organization, hiring Mike, hiring Matt. The baseball ops and Matt done a magnificent job. This is just the first step. We have bigger and higher goals here, but
I can't be proud of this bunch. They came to work the first day of spring training, and they haven't stopped. And despite adversity with injuries and everything else that's going on, they've hung in there, and they're magnificent.
The fans have loved watching this ball club at home in D.C. What's it been like for you to watch this club develop over the course of this season?
Well, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. I tell you, I live and die with every pitch, and I'm glad this part's over. Now I can start worrying about the next part, but I loved every minute of it. They're a joy to be around. Great bunch.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
Well, Mark Lerner, Father Ted, I'm sure Annette back home watching tonight. Our congratulations to you, Ted, and Annette, and your entire wonderful family that's at the helm of this Nationals organization. And when I think of the quest of this ball club to win that ultimate goal, the first gentleman I think about is Ted Lerner and his wonderful wife Annette, and hope this can happen for them as well. You know, Mark and the sisters and the brothers-in-law, they might get another chance somewhere down the road, but this would be a wonderful thing, and it's not often that anybody gets the opportunity to take over a baseball team and a sport that you've loved your whole life and be at the helm of that like the Lerners are. So, you know, we got to think about them tonight because this is so special for that family.
Absolutely. And they did it the right way. They were patient. They decided to build from within. Strong minor league system like Kevin Frandsen was talking about. I just hope that everybody at home realizes how special this is. That this doesn't come around every single year. I know they've won it the last 2 out of 3 years. They're built to be successful for a while. But this is a special time for baseball in our nation's capital. It's a special time for the region. When you talk about the Orioles clinching tonight, I mean, this is just wonderful. Soak it in, enjoy every second of it.
One of the enduring images from 2012, Dan, is Gio going out on the field to celebrate with our fans. He's a little confined tonight in the other team's ballpark, and I guess, first of all, is he still pitching tomorrow night?
We'll have to check and see, Bob. There's bigger things to deal with right now. Gio, FP was just talking about how special this is for the region. How special is this for this ball club? You were here in 2012 and got to enjoy that ride. How special is this ride in and of itself?
Dan, you're a part of this too, baby. You've been around this. And you know what, FP, I'm mad at you. And Bobby, you got to get down here, man. It can't just be, there's no shower without you. So let's go, baby. Get down here. But this has been incredible. I know, but we need these guys here. You know, but it's been exciting, you know, especially with this group of guys. There's the man. Yeah!
Oh, that's in the face, in the face!
I mean, it's just been incredible. I mean, like I said, this is the best group of guys I've been a part of. I'm just truly happy to be here. And, you know, Riz took a chance with me and giving me an opportunity to be around this. And, you know, again, Matt Williams, everyone's done something big for this team. And, you know, it's getting better and better. This roller coaster is just, you know, our hands up right now, enjoying it.
What stands out to you, Gio, about the way this team has gone about it this season that has led it to this point?
Bunch of professionals, hungry professionals, guys that have been, you know, working their tails off, just staying in that lineup, wanting to go out there and play. You know, guys that have been grinding all through the year, and you know, I couldn't be more proud of each one of them. And you know, you got a young guy like Tanner Rourke who's been phenomenal. Doug Fister, another key guy to this rotation. You know, Jordan Zimmerman, incredible. Steven Strasburg, I mean, the list goes on. These guys are incredible. Our bullpen's been fantastic. Our offense is on fire. You know, all in all, this is why we're celebrating, because we've done something right. And Matt Williams knows that he's taking this team, he's putting us in the right spot.
What has Matt done that has allowed this team to have the success that he has? That it's done on the lines, it's done by the players. How has he steered the ship?
One word, he wins. You know, winner, guy wins. You know, he just knows what he's doing. He just he puts the pieces where it needs to be. He knows how to play this game, and to him, I think this is almost a routine for him. He's been a part of this, and you know, I'm just excited to just be a part of it. You know, the Nationals have been incredible, great organization, great ownership, great everyone. I mean, this is awesome. I'm not gonna end this night like this. I'm gonna keep partying. Dan, you enjoy the night.
I will, Gio.
Baby, it's not over.
Oh, there's some more. Selfie time between Gio and Aaron Barrett. Let's get Aaron in here too. Aaron,
how's it going, Dan?
Hey, Aaron, how are you?
Fantastic.
You're doing it.
Obviously.
What's going on? Anything big?
No.
Just hanging
having
out.
the time of my life. Time of my life.
You're a rookie. You come up here You make your first big league appearance this year, and then you get to enjoy this ride. Tell me about what that's like over the last few months to be a part of this.
Unbelievable ride. I mean, I couldn't picture anything other than this. I mean, just these guys are so incredible. I mean, one of the best teams I've ever played for, top to bottom. These guys, I mean, just look around. I'm taking it all in. Unbelievable experience. I've never felt anything like this.
What have you learned this season, Aaron?
Just go out there and have fun. I mean, the group of guys that we've had it's been real easy for me to just come out and be myself, and just being able to come out here and enjoy it, and I mean, just look around. It's just an unbelievable time.
Congratulations,
Thanks,
Aaron.
Dan.
Go enjoy it. The Bearcat, boys.
All right, thanks, Dan. Aaron Beard. Yeah, you know, it's so interesting, FP, how it happens differently for other major leaguers. Kevin Frandsen waiting for this for years, and then Aaron Barrett and some of these rookie guys who come up, you know, Souza and Taylor and Sandy Leon and some of the other guys who get called up from Syracuse, and then they get to experience their very first time around. So Tyler Clippard now with Dan, so it's our post-game guy with the 8th inning guy.
Post-game guy, 8th inning guy, and he's commenting on the technology holding in there tough, the mic, the camera. You're concerned right now about us. Enjoy this, Tyler.
Oh, trust me, I am. There's no doubt about it. It's unbelievable. We did it a few years ago, and to be back here and doing it again, you don't realize how special it is until you get back here, and man, this is awesome.
What do you think? You mentioned 2012. What do you think is the difference between that team and this team, if there is one?
Well, we're better. We're more experienced. We've been through it. You know, we know what to expect from everybody out on the field. You know, these guys in the infield can close their eyes. Everybody's going to know where they're going to be. We just, you know, we're rolling right now. We got a good club, a good team.
2013, you guys had high expectations, and it didn't work out for you. When you look back on that and how far this team has come in a year, what strikes out to you? What jumps out?
Well, our desire to take it one day at a time, to know how difficult it is to get to this point right here, and to know we still got a long way to go. Everyone's just on the same page, and it's been a lot of fun.
This bullpen overall, you, Drew, Sorry, there's so many guys out there that have contributed and stepped in and gotten big outs. What's the pride overall in that bullpen that you take with getting those big outs and helping get this team to this point?
Well, we know we're gonna be an important piece of getting to where we want to go. We take a lot of pride in getting those big outs late in games. I mean, from top to bottom, everybody's done a great job this year, and we're such a tight unit down there, and we root for each other more than I've ever seen a group root for each other, and I'm just blessed to be a part of that group, and man, it's been fun.
Thank you, Tyler. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, we were talking earlier. Some guys have to wait for such a long time. Then you have rookies who experience the first time around. And I guess it's important for them to know, hey, this isn't going to happen every year.
No, it's a good experience for those guys to see what it's like to win and win big at the highest level. I'm listening to the concert behind us right now, and it's not the most enthusiastic crowd you've ever heard in your whole life.
Well, we had to close the windows so we could hear what's going on downstairs. So as we said, you know, the Braves fans, they can have their concert, but the Nationals right now are having the party that everybody in baseball wants to have. And if there's not one already in Baltimore, it's probably about to happen up there. And, you know, everybody's just going to start talking about the possibilities for the playoffs and all that. You still have things that you have to take care of. And first and foremost now, and maybe after a bit of a respite tomorrow for some of the guys, FP, it's chasing that best record in the league so you can play as many home games as possible.
Yeah. Got to get the home field advantage. Hey, Dan, get Rizzo on there. Let's go. Get Rizzo, get some coaches.
He's here, boys. He's ready to go. Shake that off, Mike. How much pride do you take? You've assembled this bunch. You've seen it rise over the last few years. How much pride do you take in where this team has gotten?
It's a great organizational night tonight. We've got some unfinished business to do. We know that. We hope this is a first step of many, but I'm proud of the guys. It's a great organization. And, as we speak and as we're drinking champagne, we've got our scouts out scouting the other teams. We got our player development guys in the instructional league who can't enjoy this, but they're as big a part of this as anybody in this room. we're proud of the depth that the scouts allow us to have, and we're, it's a good feeling right now. It's really a franchise success story, and I'm glad to be the spokesman for it, but a small part of it.
What was the key with this club this year, do you think?
Well, I think that they're an ornery bunch. They're a stubborn bunch. They're a bunch that rises to the occasion and fought through a lot of adversity. We can't gloss over or forget the fact that, we were without a lot of our middle lineup guys for a long period of time. We were out 2 of our starting rotation for an extended periods, and guys stepped up, guys from the minor leagues, guys on the bench. You throw Kevin Frandsen out in left field for the first time in probably 10 years. He played left field, and he played it like a champ. And guys just kept giving us good at bats and good at bats. The coaching staff can't be beat. They're the best I've ever been around, and they really made it possible for us to get through that period of time when we really needed to have some fortitude and stick-to-itiveness, and they play great. Matt Williams he was awesome through the whole process. I can't say enough good things about him. The more complex and crazy that this stuff became, the calmer he was. So he handled the ship when things were really rocky, and when things smoothed out, the team just took off. So it's a great franchise night tonight.
An emotional day for the organization. Mike,
Definitely
thanks so
is.
much for the time.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, if this is a request line, I want Jayson Werth. Dan, you got to get Jayson Werth. Let's go.
Well, I'm sure that's an appearance that'll be made shortly. And Jayson Werth, as much as anybody, helped to change the feeling around this ball club when he came aboard 4 years ago. There were some things, quite honestly, needed to be tightened up here and there. So Dan's with the guy who I think helped as much as anybody to sort of change things around here. Dan?
He certainly has, Bob. There's no doubt about it. Jason, as you look back over the course of this season, this team has fought through adversity, as all clubs do when they get to the playoffs. What is the defining quality in this ball club that has allowed it to get to this point and be NL East champions?
I don't know, man. That was a long question right there.
Defining quality. 2 words, boom.
I would say it's our depth. We've got a lot of depth. We've had some bad injuries this year, and we've overcome a lot. And get to this point, it's quite an accomplishment for the organization, for the fans, for the city, and it's just the first step. We got a long way to go. We still got a lot to play for in the regular season here, and home field advantage throughout is important. So we'll take a day off. We can set up our pitching. We can give some guys some rest, but we still got games to play, and meaningful games at that. And then then once postseason gets here, all bets are off. That's when it's fun. That's when it's easy, and it's a good time. I'm happy.
You've popped bottles a couple times in your career now. Does this ever get old?
No, not really. I mean, this is good. You play the whole regular season for this, so this is exciting. But they just keep getting better each one. So hopefully this is first of many this year, and the first of many for the next few years. So we got a good team. I like where we're at, and it's good.
What is it about Matt Williams as a manager that has allowed him to kind of steer the ship and get you guys to this point?
Well, he's got a good team. He's given a good team. But I think the biggest thing about Matt is he stays out of our way. He puts the lineup up and he lets us play. And there's a lot to be said about that. It's refreshing, to come in every day and not have to worry about anything other than just playing baseball. So in that regard, he's been great.
Thank you, Jason. Congratulations.
You go, Dan Coco.
Knew that was coming.
Well, we always know something's going to happen when we visit live with Jayson Werth.
Yeah, I was thinking, how many regional sport networks in the history of Major League Baseball have had 2 teams clinch on the same day? Can we call Elias and see if that's a record? Because this is...
I'm pretty sure the number's 0.
And this early, too, with so much time left in the season, you got both teams, right down the street from each other, the 2 best teams in baseball clinching on the same night, on the same network. I'm glad we haven't exploded yet, but this is unbelievable and unprecedented, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Pretty amazing. By the way, a personal thought to a gentleman, and we don't know if he's watching in Florida tonight, but Ryan Zimmerman, if you're tuned in, we just want you to know that you're never out of our minds very long. whether this ball club's struggling or doing well, when you're not here, it's almost like we're missing a brother of ours, because those of us like Charlie and Dave, myself, others in the organization that have been fortunate enough to watch almost every play of your career, we miss Ryan Zimmerman. And I just want Ryan to know at this moment, even though he's not part of it, at least for now, that the admiration and the love for this guy never, ever wavers with everybody in this organization.
Well, you just missed the tailgate party. This is the pre-party to the big party. And they got a couple more of these coming. I'll tell you that. So he's not here right now, but he's definitely a part of this franchise. He is this franchise. And when he comes back, he will get to do this a few more times.
Well, it looks like Dan's got his equipment in order, and that's a big right-hander who had a wonderful game here last night.
He sure did, Bob. Steven, talk to me about this rotation overall. You guys have been pitching on another level these last 6-8 weeks or so. What pride do you guys take in kind of the way you've been able to take a hold of things and really lead this club with the innings that you've given?
You know, we just want to go out there and get the job done every single day and keep it rolling. So just try not to do too much, but just go out there and keep it close.
How is this team, do you think, different than it was a couple years ago?
I'm sorry, I got to cut this out right now.
They're taking a pitchers and catchers picture, guys. Steven needed to run.
Well, isn't that what we talk about in January and February? How many days till pitchers and catchers?
Well, he's paid a lot of attention to the running game this year, so that makes sense.
Well, and Wilson Ramos and Jose Lobaton, you cannot just talk too much about what these guys have meant to the pitching staff, how they've guided them through some of the tough times. Wilson hurt. You know, Sandy Leon came up for a while. Jonathan Solano came up for a while. Now Dan's back with Steven.
Steven, how? Oh, they need him again. No. They're going to keep coming up with pictures to grab him away. No, we'll let him get in there.
Live television, Dan, not a big deal. We're doing okay here. It's quite a rotation. A lot of managers would love to line up those guys in their clubhouse.
Yeah, you talk about a 5-game series. I mean, pick one out of a hat. It doesn't matter. You know, a lot of ball clubs in a 5-game series, they get to that, you know, 4th or 5th game, and do you use your number one again? Do you use them on short days rest? The Nats don't have to worry about that. They're stacked.
All right, Dan, how about try number 3 with Strasburg?
Third time's the charm. Steven, how is this club, do you think, different than it was in 2012? You guys had a nice run that season. How is this club different now?
You know, in 2012, we didn't really have much experience. So, you know, it's a little different playing with everybody trying to go out there and beat you every time. You know, we couldn't sneak up on anybody. And, you know, I think we learned a lot from that experience, and I think it's going to make us better in the long run.
How does it make you better? How can you kind of value that experience and put into words what it means and how it can impact games?
You know, it's just sticking to the basics, you know, just doing what we're supposed to do, making the right plays, and just going out there and letting our talent, you know, take over the game.
It's been asked before, I'll ask it again, for you personally to be able to pitch deep into September and now pitch in the postseason, what does that mean?
Oh, you know, I'm excited, and, you know, it's all into the water now, so it's go time.
Thank you, Steven. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good call by Steven. Not looking back, that whole thing was so controversial a couple of years ago, but Mike Rizzo was very adamant that he was doing it for the good of the organization, for the good of the player. And I'll never forget something Mike said to us. He said, I don't want to have to look in his eye and tell him now he needs a shoulder procedure because we brought him back too early from the elbow. Strasburg's healthy, and boy is he. He's a horse now.
And he's their number one, and he's going to be their number one in the playoffs. And I know there was some doubt about that maybe a month or so ago. A lot of people talking about it should be Doug Fister, it should be Jordan Zimmerman. It's Steven Strasburg. There's no doubt about it. Home, road, I don't care. Parking lot, playground, park, it doesn't matter. He's your number one, and he's proven that his last 4 starts. The fastball velocity's up, the command's there, the stuff is there. More important than that, the presence is there. He has a mound presence his last, 4 starts that I've never seen him have before. And he's just kind of got that John Wayne look when he's out there, and it's, you're not hitting me, and he just has total confidence in the fastball. And there was times in his career where he would get away from that heater. It's like, you throw 97, 98, keep throwing it. Well, right now he's challenging guys with that. Here it is, hit it. And that's a whole different mindset, and it's nice to see. He's their number one, there's no doubt.
By the way, Matt Williams is now ready, so let's get down to the clubhouse and hear from the skipper.
Here he is. He's thinking TV as always. Matt, how did you manage to stay dry? That's question number 1.
Oh, I'm not. I'm soaking wet. My pants are wet all the way to the bottom. My shirt's wet. It just doesn't look like I don't have any hair, so you can't tell whether it's dry or not.
Yeah, we'll get a close-up of that. For you, you came in, this is your first year as a big league manager. Could you have imagined that it would result in this?
Well, yeah, with this team I could imagine, yeah. I know that there was a lot of hard work along the way, and there was some trials and tribulations too, but I'm very proud of them. They've taken ownership of the way they want to play this game and how they go about it, and that's every day. So the fruits of that labor are we get to stand where we're at. There's a lot of work to do, though, and if we want to get to where we want to get to, then we got to buckle down again. So tonight's a very gratifying night for all of us, but we realize that there's a lot of work to be done yet.
There are a lot of things that you're proud of. You said that word. What ranks atop that list?
I think it's just the way they've gone about it. They've tasted it before. Didn't get to where they wanted to get to last year. There's expectation that goes along with it. Wonderful players and wonderful people, and a staff that works their fanny off every single day. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the way that we've tried to accomplish our goal, our first goal. And now we have to look at, from here on, we have to look at doing even more. The guys in that coach's room are ready for that. The guys in this locker room are ready for that. I'm certainly ready for that. And so we'll see where we can go.
In late July, you guys were neck and neck with the Braves, a virtual tie. Over the last couple months, what stands out in your mind as the turning point, or what really allowed you to end up division champions?
Well, I think it's probably the 10-game winning streak, the walk-offs and the never give up, and having the lead and not having the lead and then coming back. Those types of games you certainly don't expect to win, but we did, and that's just perseverance. That's just staying with the plan, understanding the process of how we're going to go about doing it, and persevering.
How does this club now, with a couple weeks left in the season, what's left to do? What's left to accomplish before you hit postseason baseball?
Well, it's with regard to the playoffs, it's really important for us to try to have home field advantage, and that's important, especially the way we play at home. So we'll look to try to accomplish that. It's not easy, and at this point, we know that we're going to be in the playoffs. Some would say, well, what does it matter? But it matters to us, and it matters that we continue to play at a level that's conducive to the way we want to go about doing it. So that's a challenge. So for the next couple of weeks, we'll try to accomplish that. And then when it comes time to play whoever we're going to play, we'll strap it on and see what we can do.
How do you celebrate tonight?
Well, I'm going to probably get some sleep for the first time in about 2 weeks. So that would be good. And, I'm going to go back in the coach's room, sit with the guys that really make this happen, and let them know I appreciate them.
Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Well, what a thoughtful man, what an insightful man, and what a good interview Matt Williams is. Of course, as you know, he had some TV experience with Arizona. NFP, the other thing, and we're about to wrap this up from Atlanta, I just can't get us signed off without thinking about our fans. I mean, we have a lot of fans in D.C. and Virginia and Maryland and Delaware, southern Pennsylvania, West Virginia, in our large geographic area. I mean, we got fans down to North Carolina now with the mass and footprint. And these are fans that waited a long, long time for baseball to come back after 30-some years being gone. The disappointment of losing two different teams to Minnesota and to Texas, and then the Nationals are born, a National League team. It was All-American League before that. And so to you folks at home, I mean, your wait, we hope it's been worth your while, and we hope there's a few more gifts that we can give to them.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves tonight. Be safe. There's going to be a few more parties, but it's been great for me being here 4 years, watch Nats fans develop into great baseball fans, and watch Washington, D.C. develop into a baseball town. It really is. Everywhere you go now, everybody talking about the baseball team, and it's been a great evolution. And for you, partner, you've been here through the bad times and the good times, and the last 4 years we've had a pretty good ride. We're 2 for 4, and
Yeah, and didn't you figure out we're like 63 games
We're
over 500?
67 games over 500 as a broadcast crew, and this is our second championship.
Well,
so
no, you are. I'm not because of 06 through 2010, but nice job, man, as always.
No, you and I are 67 games over, and it's been fun. We're 2 for 4, and we're waiting to see more, and Nats fans have a great time tonight. And I'm going to go down and see Gio and probably get to bed about 4 in the morning.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go have fun and celebrate this thing. Game on. It happened, folks, but it's really only beginning.
Yeah, there's another ride to enjoy. By the way, you have to have a really, really good team to clinch with a week and a half left in the regular season. So we'll leave you with some of the images of these Nats. How does this sound? 2014 National League East Division champions. Good night from Atlanta. And a ground ball to Cabrera. That's a National League East clincher for the Nationals.